Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and Global just got done with a maintenance, right? This is very good. Global badly needed this. There were several bugs on Global that have not been fixed for quite a while. See, what ended up happening was there were, like, bugs. This happened on JP as well, where there were kind of, like, bugs and annoyances, like the giant crashing update, like when the Baba Shop always would display new, even though there was nothing new in there. The problem is that on JP, there was another update, I want to say only maybe 2 or so weeks later or something like that, not very long after, whereas Global had to wait like 2 months to get this update. Now, this is a very, very good update. Like, this is like, here's the new features, right? So, accept all added missions. Listen, that might seem like a small thing, but that saves you so many, like so many seconds. It adds up, especially during like the 4th-year anniversary or a big celebration where there's like, you know, all kinds of new story events and Dokkan events and daily events and all this stuff. And like, you'll go back to the mission screen and you'll have multiple events all over, like, or multiple missions done all over, and you can just select hit all and you got them all, which saves you a lot of time. The old events via keys, we're going to talk about this extensively. Now, it does appear, unfortunately, I'm sorry, guys, but there was a bit of a global shaft. Now, here's the thing. Some things are missing from the global keys that were obtainable. Like, you could do that with JP the very first day the keys were there, but I don't think, like, they're never going to be added to there. We'll talk more and we'll go through it. Don't worry. And then this is just foolishness. Global had the first dual category leader, and only now can you select multiple categories when sorting a box. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. What's funny is we knew about this update on JP before Hit came to Global, but like Global officially had a dual category leader first and then did not get this update until now, like 3 months later. So I don't know. Shout out to Zahal as always for consolidating the info. So here we have an overview of the update. We'll take a look at that in a second. There's nothing new on the schedule. Again, people are like really high hopes about a part 2 for this current celebration on Global. I'm not so sure. There's part 2 missions, but I don't necessarily think there's going to be a part 2 to this campaign. But I still think sometime around the last week of March could be very likely for Metal Cooler to actually be added to the game, you know, the next Dokkan Fest event that will come. And then, of course, you know, we have the Portal of Memories, you know, the keys and stuff. This is officially in the game. So let's go ahead and go through the update here. So, you know, you got the new Portal of Memories. Global just got this where they, you know, changed this, like, you know, the little button. Now it brings up this little menu, which takes you to all these. That's sorted very, very nicely. Here's all the different, like, keys and stuff you could do. Story events, which, you know, is like the Super Strikes. We see that special event right there, you know, all the different, like, sort of special events. You know, the Fighters event, the Arale stuff. But, you know, again, hold on. We'll get to that stuff for Global, don't worry. Growth, I've only seen I think two things in Growth. Like, that's, the World Tournament Bulma event. I think I've seen the B-Pan event in there before, but the B-Pan event, like, it just stays up constantly now, so that's not, like, over there. I think when it's not a weekend, like, the Hercules Big Bucks Challenge might be in there sometimes. Challenge, of course, these are, like, all the Dokkan Fest boss fights in the game. The Prime Battles also go in there. Now, Limited has never been active ever since this came to JP, so we have no idea what that does, and there's keys which have not been utilized yet. If we go down here, these purple keys, unavailable at this moment, we still have no idea what they do. So, you know, hopefully we'll see at some point what exactly they're going to be. And then Z Battle is, of course, Extreme Z Awakening events. Now, one thing I do want to mention, Global players, JP has never gotten extra EZA keys. We got 30 keys for the Z Battles when we first got keys on JP, you know, 3 months ago now. And we've never gotten another one. There's been no way to obtain any more. So if you think you'll be able to go through every single EZA and get to stage 30, you're not. You know, right now, you know, for a while, only expect to have those 30 keys. So if, you know, you're 2 stages away from stage 30 on one of the events, that's great. But you're not going to be able to go through, like, multiple entire EZAs. I think, so there's that. You know, that's it one right there. Optimized event interface. Yep. Oh yes, a new countdown will appear 3 days before the event ends. That's very, very nice. You know, especially helpful in like celebrations when like everything is up, so you could see how long till the celebration is over. Daily missions that reset every 24 hours will now be clearly indicated. Yeah, there's a new little thing here. We'll actually switch over. Now, of course, I'm on JP. You guys know that I don't really, I don't, I've got a global account, but I haven't logged into it since like Hit came out. So now if we head over here, we now have the daily mission tab, which is, you know, Goku and Kid Krillin up here. That's where the missions will appear. So, you know, that's good. Then, of course, we also have the reward for completing all missions, optimized summon history, which is nice. The multiple categories is good. Modified announcement display. Okay, that's pretty good. Fix the bug where items at the Baba Shop are always displayed as new. Finally, fix the giant form bug. Fix the bug in recommended characters page where the contents of the pop-up is inconsistent with the characters. That's good. Looks like there was a bug in the World Tournament fix. A whole bunch of bugs. And, you know, Global did get several stones, which is good. So, this update is really, really awesome. Now, I do want to talk more specifically about the keys, the events, and all this stuff here. So, let me go over to JP real quick. Let's go ahead and hop into the actual key thing, and I want to show some events that have been available on JP since the beginning that are not available yet on Global. I don't know specifically why. I've heard people have said that this event is not available on Global. This is the Dragon Ball Fusions event. Do not be concerned about this. 100% this event will be added to the keys for Global because these units are added to the normal pool. Now, this happened when Int Janemba got his EZA on JP, so this event will most certainly should be added to the keys when Global would get the Int Janemba EZA because, like, you know, you could pull those units, and if you can't awaken them, it's dumb, right? Let me see what, okay, so here we go. This is the Arale story event right here, which, again, I'm seeing people are saying this is not available with the keys. I think one thing that might be the case here is that if an event has only ever been around one time, I don't think it's available with the keys, right? So, like, Global only ever got the Arale stuff once, when in reality, it came back 2 times on JP. So that's why JP has all of the Arale stuff, right? So, we'll see. One thing you guys could tell me is if Global has the Dead Yamcha Dokkan event, because that is one thing that has never been active here on JP. JP has never had the Dead Yamcha Dokkan event thing, because those are actually like 2 of the only units in the game I don't have, because I've never played since the Global April Fool's Dead Yamcha event has been around. Here, of course, is the Arale Dokkan event. Now, again, I gotta imagine Global is gonna get this Arale stuff again, and I think JP probably should too, because the Arale units are actually super important now on the Kid Goku team, and with Kid Goku and Arale, like, physical Arale is an absolute animal, and she kind of, she needs to be brought back. So, I would not be surprised if both Global and JP would get those events at some point, at a future date. So, you know, I wouldn't be too concerned that some of the stuff is not there right now. I think the Dragon Ball Fighters event is another one I've heard people say is not active on Global right now. You know, utilizing this event, you will be able to go ahead and farm up Android 21, of course, who is a very, very good free-to-play unit for the Android category team, right? She's a very solid unit. I think that's all of the events. No. Then there's still these 2 down here. This is a second sort of Arale story event with this Kid Goku and Arale. Now, these units are on Global, but they've never gotten their Dokkan Awakening on Global because this event did not come back the second time, right? I actually did just get these cards. They don't have a great drop rate, but I do want to get them awakened, especially this Arale. This is the only Arale I have in Dokkan right now, and she's going to be probably useful with that LR Kid Goku and Arale, so I might actually rainbow her very soon. You know, we'll see. I'll have to look into her more. And then the last event of worthy note is the Baseball Yamcha event. But again, Global, I think, never got this event a second time. this event did show up on JP a second time when the baseball episode of Dragon Ball Super aired, and this Yamcha actually gets a Dokkan Awakening. Again, I'm going to do a video on this baseball Yamcha, pretty soon. Ever since the keys came out, I've been sort of farming these units when I've had time. I've had a good number of story event keys. There are still some stuff I've had to do with that. So that covers, I think, the stuff that is not there on Global right now. Now, keep in mind, some of these events, again, will only pop up, I think, after they've been here twice. So let's go ahead. I want to actually head back over here, and I want to talk about some of the events in a little bit more detail, right? So if we head over here, the Fearsome Ginyu Force event, right? This has only ever been active once on JP and Global. This is not available with the keys on JP, and this is the event where we're able to farm up the AGL Piccolo, and we can go ahead and get him, freely rainbowed. But again, the event has never, ever returned on JP or Global, so it's not available with the keys. Eventually, it will come back. Eventually, this event will be added to the keys, so no worries there. Here, this is the, whatchamacallit. This is the Beerus and Monica's costume. Now, again, I'm not too sure if this one is available with Global's keys. This should be. I did see that the Hit Dokkan event is available with the keys, and this event should also be available on Global. But remember, JP never got this event, so, this one is not available for JP as of right now. Moving on, we have the Broly event. This one has never come back a second time on either version, so of course it's not there. But eventually, when this does return a second time, this definitely will actually be in there. So I wouldn't worry about that if you weren't able to finish up this event. They will return eventually. Next, we have, of course, the Arale Dokkan event. I do think Global eventually at some point will get this added, because it's very important. Like, this Arale, like, LR Kid Goku and Arale is the best free-to-play unit in the game by far. Like, it's not even close. Like, not only are they the best free-to-play unit in the game, they're, like, better than half, 75%, 80% of Dokkan Fest exclusives. They're better than a few summonable LRs. Like, LR Kid Goku and Arale is legitimately one of the best units in the game, and physical Arale is, like, a ridiculous linking partner with them. So, if you have physical Arale, you're good, because she brings out a lot of their power. So, hopefully they bring this back. I do think Global will get this at some point again. This event has only ever been around one time during the 250 million download celebration. This is not available on Global or JP with keys. So, we're going to have to wait until this comes back a second time before it will be added to the keys section. We have a few more here to look at. This, of course, is, again, the baseball event. I think this very likely will eventually return on Global, and you guys will get that baseball Yamcha Awakening. I don't know why this is not ever returned. It's very odd. I don't know. We'll see what they do. I mean, it's not like he's the best unit, but still, I don't think there should be version exclusives, and right now that baseball Yamcha sort of is. So it'd be good if Global could get that soon. Here, of course, is the Penguin Village story event. This is where you get medals to awaken a few of the Arales, like the SCR Arale, the Int Arale. No. The SCR and AGL Arales, excuse me. The Int Arale awakens from the Dokkan event. The Physical Arale awakens from the Dokkan event. And then the Tech Arale awakens from this event right here. We just went over this. Global never got this Stage 3 that came with the medals, which would awaken these units. Again, I would think at some point these are going to return to Global NJP, but, we'll see. Here we have the Kabito Strike event, which never got an update. This has not been around, to my knowledge, for like 3.5 years. Hopefully, I wish they would update this and then this Majunior event, especially Majunior, right? Because now that they've added some Dragon Ball stuff, I would think the 23rd World Tournament will get its own category at some point here, and this guy is going to be, if he got a Dokkan Awakening, he could be very useful, on that category, with some of these new teams, so those need to be brought back. Neither of them are available. And then, of course, the Dead Yamcha event. Again, you guys on Global can tell me if this is up, because I know I know for sure that this was around twice on Global. I don't know about JP, but this was around twice on Global. So y'all have to tell me if this is available with the Global keys right now. But this one is not available either. I would love if this would be available because I do not have either of the dead Yamchas. So that certainly would be fantastic. But there we go, guys. There is, you know, kind of the overview, you know, talking about the keys. Again, some of these events aren't there, like the Fighters event, I believe, you know, the Penguin Village stuff. I do think that will be added at some point. Events slowly do get added to the keys, like, you know, the Kid Buu versus Supreme Kai event is available on JP right now. But, you know, previously, when the keys first came out, it wasn't because it had only been around once. Same thing with, like, the Gohan and Fidel event. You know, at first with the keys, that was not available, but now you can activate that one from the keys because it's been around twice. So that's kind of how they're doing things. So let me know what you guys think of this update. Global badly needed it. A lot of those bugs are fixed, like the Baba Shop new error, and then, of course, the giant form transformation crash. I know everyone is excited about that. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.